And Hamiltonians experiencing homelessness have 3 weeks to find housing as the city says to revert back to pre-pandemic laws that don't allow camping overnight on city property. While city officials say encampments aren't safe and they have housing available, advocate groups say this is another example of the criminalization of homelessness. Ward 2 Councillor Jason Farr says the city's decision to clear homeless encampments across Hamilton was made due to safety.
Explosion where many tents were disintegrated, fires, assaults. Just in Ward 5 last week, you reported on a shooting that culminated in the theft of a Walmart truck. That shooting happened at an encampment site.
Critics of the decision point out that homelessness is a systemic issue, starting with the lack of affordable housing. Gordon Smythe has been living in Parks for months after he says he was rent-evicted from his home.
If it's illegal for me to be homeless, then I think the province of Ontario should up the support rates. There's a lot of empty apartments in this city, and I would love to take any one of them, but my ODSP only covers 90% of the rent.
The Hamilton Encampment Support Network released a video saying the evictions will do more harm than good, especially during the ongoing opioid crisis.
Without sufficient support for community members who use drugs, such as safe injection and drug inhalation sites, the city's efforts to destroy community and their ways of keeping safe through the weaponization of encampment evictions puts blood on their hands.
The city says the evictions will happen in 3 weeks. In the meantime, those living in encampments will be approached by officials to try to find them proper housing.
We have over 400 people during this pandemic that we've managed to take from unsafe, inhumane conditions, homeless folks, and put them into housing. Since 2020, over 700 families. We have options that include, but are limited to, shelter space. We have hotel space.
However, according to Smythe, the shelter system reminds him of prison.
We tell you, you use the facilities when we tell you, and you leave when we tell you.
Violence erupted in Toronto between police, security, and demonstrators as encampments at several public parks were dismantled. Hamilton's decision has sparked concern that it could happen here.
Encampment evictions have been and continue to be dehumanizing, insidious displays of violence in a sustained municipal war on Black, Indigenous, racialized, disabled, poor, and unhoused communities.
Folks that want to protect this kind of unsafe, inhumane living to work with us instead of against us.
Hamilton Police tell CHCH that the evictions will be performed by city bylaw officers and that police will only be on hand to, quote, keep the peace.